Visions of God, the legend of the Peerless warrior god. Chapter 1, The Dawn of God's Eyes. Fang Xianfeng was born in a small village in the wind and dust, and he was frail and sickly since he was a child, but he accidentally got a pair of magical eyes, divine eyes. These eyes can penetrate illusions and see through all the illusions in the world. One day, when he encountered a foreign robber in the village, Fang Xianfeng saw the robber perform a strange martial art, instantly understood his flaws, and used his self-taught martial arts to repel him. This battle shocked all sides, and the miracle of the god-eyed boy was heard. Chapter 2, Entering the Rivers and Lakes for the first time. Fang Xianfeng was admitted as a disciple by the local martial arts hall, and his senior brother Ling Xiaohan saw his extraordinary talent and began to give secret guidance. He quickly learned the martial arts of various factions and became a martial artist feared by everyone. During this period, Fang Xianfeng met Yun Chuxi, and the two supported each other, and their feelings gradually sprouted. Chapter 3, The Path of the Warrior. Fang Xianfeng has experienced many martial arts competitions and trials, and has cultivated to the realm of martial artists. Time and time again, he broke his limits and revealed the true power of the vision. However, disputes in the martial arts world continue, and Qin Tianlang's conspiracy gradually emerges, intending to bring the martial arts world into the hands of the dark forces. Chapter 4, The Trial of the Martial Monarch. In order to improve his strength, Fang Xianfeng embarked on the road of martial arts trials and experienced dangers and challenges. On the way, it is discovered that the source of the divine vision is related to an ancient secret. Ling Xiaohan secretly supported him behind his back, but he also faced the threat of family grievances. Chapter 5, The Duel of the Warrior Kings. Fang Xianfeng faced Qin Tianwolf head-on for the first time. There was a huge disparity in strength between the two, but Fang Xianfeng relied on his divine eye to perceive the enemy's moves and fought back desperately. This battle caused a shock in the martial arts world, and Fang Xianfeng became famous. Chapter 6, The Road of the Martial Emperor. Fang Xianfeng went deep into the ancient martial arts ruins, comprehended the lost martial arts, and broke through to the martial emperor realm. At the same time, he discovered that the dark forces behind Qin Tianwolf were actually related to the high level of the martial arts world. Chapter 7, The Prosperous Age of Emperor Wu. Fang Xianfeng unites many warriors to expose the conspiracy and eradicate the dark forces. Become the emperor of martial arts and create a prosperous era of martial arts. But the road to power is full of challenges, and he must face internal and external enemies. Chapter 8, The Glory of Wu Zun. Fang Xianfeng entered the martial venerable stage, and his martial arts and divine vision realm reached a higher level. At this time, the former senior brother Ling Xiaohan became an enemy due to grievances. The two embark on a fateful showdown. Chapter 9, The Legend of the Martial Saint. Fang Xianfeng comprehended the true meaning of the martial saint realm, and his martial arts reached the peak. He leads the martial arts world to peace and solves the mystery of the vision. Yun Chuxi became his spiritual companion and jointly guarded the future of martial arts. Chapter 10, Warrior God Warriors. In the end, Fang Xianfeng broke through to the realm of the martial god and was invincible in the world. His name will always be remembered by the rivers and lakes and become a legend for future generations. He saw through the truth of the world with the eyes of God and ushered in a new era of martial arts. Chapter 11, the incomparable god of war, the journey of destiny begins. Fang Xianfeng stood on the peak of Wanshang, overlooking the vast rivers and mountains of the martial Dao continent. His eyes twinkled like stars, and the power of the divine eye had reached its peak, and no one could defeat him. After becoming a martial god, he seemed to touch the origin of heaven and earth and felt the rhythm of the entire universe. However, the real test has only just begun. At this moment, a black shadow fell from the sky, carrying the coercion of the vicissitudes of heaven and earth. It was the seal from the ancient era, the demon emperor of silence, who was sealed in the void abyss thousands of years ago, and slowly recovered with the rise of Fang Xianfeng. Fang Xianfeng, your strength is incomparably strong, but if you can't surpass yourself, you will eventually be swallowed up by silence. The demon emperor's voice was like frost. Fang Xianfeng stared calmly. He knew that only by breaking through the shackles of the heavenly mandate could he protect the martial arts world from catastrophe. He took a deep breath and spread his hands, his divine eyes shining brightly, and he absorbed all the true qi between heaven and earth into his body. The energy between heaven and earth surged, rolling in like a torrent, and Fang Xuanfeng's body gradually became one with heaven and earth, reaching the ultimate of martial god Peerless. The two forces collided violently in the void, the heavens and the earth shook, and the rivers and mountains shook. Fighting is not only a duel of strength, but also a contest of will and faith. At this moment, Yun Chuxi and Ling Ziohan incarnated as guardian powers, working together to open the key to the gate of destiny for Fang Xianfeng. No matter how treacherous the road ahead, we will be there for you. Yun Chuxi's voice was as gentle as a spring breeze. In the end, Fang Xianfeng defused the threat of the silent demon emperor with tenacity and wisdom, and the seal once again firmly locked the darkness, but he also understood that the road ahead was full of more unknowns and challenges. Warrior God is not only a symbol of strength, but also the highest commitment to mission and belief.